Hey guys, and welcome to History Behind the Warrior. Today we're going to be talking about Liu Kang as was requested by everyone. So here you go guys. Now, like all of the other videos of the History Behind the Warrior series, there are spoilers ahead. You've been warned. If you don't want to watch it, get lost or go away. Now we're going to go to the beginning of the original timeline. So enjoy guys. Pre-Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang was orphaned as a child. Due to this, Liu Kang was taken in by the Order of Light Shaolin Temple, which was hidden in the mountains in China. Liu Kang was then trained in martial arts by the great Kung Lao, and this would grab Lord Raiden's attention. Raiden saw Earthrealm's last hope in this young warrior, and took him to learn from Bo Rai Cho. After several years, Liu Kang's training was complete. He was then enrolled into the top secret organization known as the White Lotus Society, which was an order created by Raiden to help defend Earthrealm. As the 10th generation of the Mortal Kombat tournament approached, Liu Kang was summoned by the Shaolin Grandmaster Wu, and was sent by the Temple of Light to defeat Shang Tsung. Liu Kang desired to defeat Shang Tsung and bring the tournament back to its Shaolin owners. And thus this begins the legend of Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat. During his participation in the tournament, he met and became great friends with the movie star Johnny Cage and Special Forces agent Sonya Blade. During his participation in the Mortal Kombat tournament, he learned that Outworld had won the previous 9 Mortal Kombat tournaments in a row. This would mean that if Outworld won one more tournament, they would be allowed to eradicate Earthrealm. Whilst climbing through the ladder of the tournament, he eventually earned the right to challenge Goro, the current champion of Mortal Kombat. By exploiting Goro's overconfidence, Liu Kang was able to defeat him and become the new champion. Upon hearing of Goro's defeat, Shang Tsung would challenge Liu Kang himself. However, Shang Tsung was defeated by Liu Kang with his flying dragon kick taught to him by Bo Rai Cho. Upon his defeat, Shang Tsung's island would begin to self-destruct, and Liu Kang would return home, the new champion of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2. Returning from Shang Tsung's island, Liu Kang found many of his Shaolin brothers killed in a vicious attack from Outworld. Enraged, Liu Kang travelled to Outworld with the assistance of Kung Lao, Raiden, Sub-Zero and Smoke. Whilst preparing for Outworld, Liu Kang would travel to Hollywood in order to seek out Johnny Cage. Liu Kang found Johnny Cage and he was being attacked by a Tarkatan horde. During this confrontation, they were assisted by Sonya's superior Jackson Briggs, in which then after defeating the Tarkatan horde, they travelled to Outworld. During the tournament, he and Kung Lao would meet Kitana, and Liu Kang would begin to fall in love with her. Liu Kang eventually learned the true nature of this Mortal Kombat tournament, but competed anyway. As Liu Kang slowly climbed closer to the top, he eventually fought Shao Kahn and defeated the Outworld Emperor. It's most likely rumoured that after defeating Shao Kahn he faced Kintaro and Shang Tsung, overpowering both of them despite Shang Tsung's recent rejuvenation. Embarrassed from his defeat, Shao Kahn ordered his forces to destroy the Earthrealm, forcing all Earthrealm warriors to return home and prepare for the coming invasion. Mortal Kombat 3. After returning to Earthrealm, Liu Kang along with Kung Lao began to train a new generation of Shaolin warriors. However, their training was cut short due to Outworld invading Earthrealm. As Shao Kahn's extermination squads were sent to kill Earthrealm's chosen warriors, Liu Kang was found as the primary target. Kung Lao would confront the Emperor but would end up getting killed by him, and in turn this would send Liu Kang over the edge. Liu Kang would challenge Shao Kahn to Mortal Kombat and defeat him once again. Humiliated, Shao Kahn and his forces would then leave Earthrealm. After the portal closed, Liu Kang was thanked by Kitana for his part in saving both Earth and her own realm from Shao Kahn. Mortal Kombat 4. Liu Kang would travel to America looking for a new generation of Shaolin warriors to train. Whilst in America, he met his old friend Kai. The two then travelled back to China together, where Liu Kang would then start training Kai to be a Shaolin warrior. The peace between the realms did not last, however, as the fallen god Shinnok had escaped from the Netherrealm portal to Edenia. Liu Kang would then learn that Kitana had been captured and set out to save her with assistance from his mentor Raiden. Eventually, Liu Kang confronted the fallen elder god Shinnok and once again emerged victorious, effectively ending his attack on Earth. Liu Kang then returned to the Shaolin temples, believing he had lost Kitana forever. However, the Edenian princess appeared through a portal from Edenia and thanked Liu Kang for all that he had done. Kitana even offered Liu Kang a place at the throne with her. However, due to responsibilities as a Mortal Kombat champion, Liu Kang was forced to decline. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Many years after Shinnok's defeat, Liu Kang went on to enjoy a relatively peaceful life. However, this would not last. The Deadly Alliance would make itself known on Earth by successfully assassinating Liu Kang. This would happen when Shang Tsung posed as Kung Lao and approached the champion as he was practicing his form. Shang Tsung would be beaten down by Liu Kang. However, with assistance from Quan Chi, he was able to injure Liu Kang. After being subdued, Shang Tsung would take the opportunity and then break Liu Kang's neck, consuming his soul shortly afterwards. Liu Kang's body was found later on that day, discovered by his fellow Shaolin monks. He was then laid to rest at the Wushu Academy, where a shrine was built in his honor. Mortal Kombat Deception. In a culmination of events, Raiden released his godlike essence to destroy Onaga, the Dragon King, presumably killing both Quan Chi and Shang Tsung in the process. During this, Liu Kang was forced to watch the events through Shang Tsung's eyes. It's unknown whether or not Quan Chi and Shang Tsung truly died. It has been established that thousands of souls that Shang Tsung consumed in the past were released, including that of Liu Kang's. Furthermore, Raiden, now somehow corrupted in his reanimation, reanimated Liu Kang's body as well, and sent him on a bloody rampage through the Shaolin monk temple. Liu Kang went on to slaughter all of the Shaolin monks. Liu Kang's spirit decided to stay in Outworld to assist in the war against Onaga. However, Liu Kang would learn that his resurrected body was on a bloody rampage. Although Liu Kang wasn't technically responsible, he couldn't help but feel responsible for his actions committed by his resurrected body. Liu Kang had also learned about his comrades and how they were enslaved by Onaga. From there, Liu Kang enlisted the mysterious ninja Ermac as an ally. The two then had two missions to complete. The first was to try and save his friends from Onaga. The second to defeat and stop his body from doing further harm. Liu Kang was aware of Shigenko's deception by Onaga into getting the Kamidogu. However, Liu Kang gladly taught Shigenko his techniques to help him. Liu Kang successfully saved his friends from Onaga's enslavement and had an emotional reunion with his friends. After their reunion, he would shortly separate from them all. Liu Kang set out to accomplish his most desired task, and that was reuniting with his body. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. According to Nightwolf's bio, Kitana was accompanied by the spirit of Liu Kang. The bond between them was strong, thus she was able to keep his energies intact until they were able to reunite him with his body. Nightwolf was then able to transfer the bond from Kitana to himself and accept the role as Liu Kang's new spiritual anchor. Liu Kang's corpse, however, still had a score to settle with Shang Tsung. Despite Shang Tsung gaining the upper hand and reaching the top of the Pyramid of Argus, Liu Kang's corpse eventually caught up to him and held him in place with his hooks. This caused Shang Tsung to revert back to his elderly form. In the end, neither Nightwolf nor Liu Kang's corpse survived the Battle of Armageddon. With Nightwolf's death, Liu Kang's spirit lost its anchor to the physical plane, and unfortunately was forced to pass on. Now it's time for the reboot of Mortal Kombat, bringing back Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat 9. Now, as everyone does know, everyone in that timeline is dead, and Raiden sends information about what happens to his past self so that way he can prevent it. Liu Kang is first seen with Raiden in preparation for the first Mortal Kombat tournament. We learn that they are both watching Johnny Cage as he's fighting Reptile to see how good of a fighter Johnny Cage is. Liu Kang's initially quite taken back by Johnny Cage's arrogance, but Raiden reassures him that there's nothing wrong about Johnny Cage and that he will be a formidable fighter. Whilst Liu Kang's watching the first tournament, they're initially shocked to see that Kung Lao has arrived and has broken into the tournament effectively. But he is easily subdued by Scorpion, in which Liu Kang then proceeds to help him up. Liu Kang's first ever appearance properly when fighting is when he fights Ermac, revealed as the latest creation of Shao Kahn. Even though Liu Kang was never seen fighting in the tournament, he easily defeats Ermac. After Ermac's defeat, Raiden gets a vision from his future self, saying he must win, and in he, Raiden initially believes it means Liu Kang. After Raiden leaves, Liu Kang is approached by Kitana, who tries to kill him. Liu Kang manages to defeat her. When Kitana tells Liu Kang to kill her for a failure to assassinate him, he refuses, stating that the encounter never happened. This would initially start the little romance between Kitana and Liu Kang. Later on, Liu Kang then faces the team of Scorpion and Quan Chi in a 2-on-1 battle, and defeats them both. Shang Tsung then teleports into Goro's lair. After defeating Goro, Liu Kang returns to Shang Tsung's throne room, where he then faces Shang Tsung himself. After defeating Shang Tsung, Liu Kang is regarded as Earthrealm's savior, although Raiden notices his amulet has cracked even more. A ceremony is held at the Wushu Academy in honor of Liu Kang's Mortal Kombat tournament victory. As night falls, a revitalized Shang Tsung and an army of Tarkatan warriors assault the academy. During this mild invasion, Jax is knocked unconscious and Sonya Blade is taken capture. The Earthrealm warriors split into two teams, with Johnny Cage, Jax and Raiden looking for Sonya Blade. It is revealed that Liu Kang and Kung Lao have been set to free their Shaolin masters. Later, after freeing their Shaolin masters, Liu Kang appears with Raiden, Johnny Cage, Smoke and Kung Lao when they are approached by Jade. They learn from Jade that Kitana has been captured and imprisoned. After a brief argument with Raiden over what to do, Liu Kang and Kung Lao head to the tower to try and find Kitana. When arriving at the tower, they soon discover that Kitana has been moved, and they are suddenly attacked by Shiva and Noob Saibot. Liu Kang faces Shiva while Kung Lao faces Noob Saibot, and eventually Goro, who after being defeated by Kung Lao, informs the two that Kitana has most likely been executed within the Colosseum. Furious, Liu Kang knocks Goro out. Kung Lao however believes that Kitana may still be alive, and if they hurry, they'll get to the Colosseum in time. Discovering that Kitana is indeed still alive, Liu Kang goes to release her from her imprisonment. Kung Lao steps up and takes on the role of he who must win. After Kung Lao defeats Shang Tsung and Quan Chi in a 2-on-1 battle, and Kintaro shortly afterwards, Shao Kahn kills Kung Lao in cold blood. Because of this, we see a darker side of Liu Kang. He faces, defeats and seemingly kills Shao Kahn. We later find out that with the assistance of Quan Chi's magic that Shao Kahn has been revived, and also his dead wife Sindel. And now we proceed with the invasion of Earthrealm. Liu Kang accompanies Raiden to see the Elder Gods. They try to convince them to stop Shao Kahn, but the Elder Gods refuse to intervene. Upon returning to Earthrealm, they find almost all the Earthrealm warriors dead, and Nightwolf sacrificing himself to kill Sindel. Liu Kang rushes to the mortally wounded Kitana, and she eventually dies from her wounds. Liu Kang is visibly upset with Raiden following the deaths of the Earthrealm warriors. After Raiden's latest suggestion to ask Quan Chi for help, Liu Kang believes Raiden to have become mad and refuses to go with him to the Netherrealm. When Raiden returns from the Netherrealm and reveals to Liu Kang that he must win actually refers to Shao Kahn, Liu Kang refuses to let Shao Kahn win. He fights with Raiden and is defeated. Although knocked down, Liu Kang then proceeds to get back up and face Shao Kahn. Raiden forbids Liu Kang to do this, and Liu Kang has had enough of Raiden and sets his fist on fire and prepares to kill Raiden himself. Raiden defends himself with a blast of lightning. However, this combines with Liu Kang's own fire and severely burns Liu Kang's body, causing him fatal injuries. This horrifies Raiden and begs the mortally wounded Liu Kang to forgive him. The final words spoken by Liu Kang are to Raiden, and they are "You have killed us all," before he closes his eyes and dies. After Shao Kahn's final defeat at the hands of Raiden and the Elder Gods, Liu Kang's body is taken away by Raiden, Sonya and Johnny Cage. Mortal Kombat X. Liu Kang returns in Mortal Kombat X. His earliest appearance in the story mode chronologically takes place in Raiden's flashback 25 years earlier. We see that he and Kung Lao are still alive, so this takes place roughly around the Mortal Kombat 2 area. They are seen assisting Raiden and try to rescue the Shaolin monks that have been taken hostage, and are successful with rescuing the Shaolin monks that were taken captured by Baraka and Devora. We later find out that Liu Kang has been turned into an undead revenant by Quan Chi. He's seen along with the other undead revenant versions of Kung Lao, Kitana and Sindel, and ride to Quan Chi's fortress to await Devora's arrival with Shinnok's amulet. As they approach the fortress, Quan Chi and the company are ambushed by the special forces led by Jax and Kenshi. As the revenants are fighting off the special forces, Liu Kang fights his way out and escorts Quan Chi to safety. As they arrive at the fortress, they are then followed by Jax, who intends to take Quan Chi back to Earthrealm. Liu Kang tries to stop Jax, expressing his disdain at him for rejoining Raiden's side. Jax says that Raiden did the best he possibly could to protect Earthrealm, but Liu Kang retorts that Raiden murdered him and stole everything from him. The two of them then fight, but Liu Kang is defeated, resulting in Quan Chi finally being captured. Liu Kang then later appears with Kung Lao, Kitana, Sindel and Smoke in Earthrealm after Shinnok is freed. He along with the other revenants pledged their allegiance to him. Liu Kang and the other Revenants then accompany Shinnok and D'Vorah with a captured Johnny Cage to the Sky Temple. When they arrive, Shinnok attacks Bo-Rai Cho with his amulet. Raiden soon arrives to stop Shinnok, only to be surrounded by the Revenants. Liu Kang then asks Shinnok if he can kill Raiden, but Shinnok orders him to let him live so that he can be sealed in the amulet itself. As Shinnok leaves for the Jinsei, Liu Kang along with the other Revenants taunt Raiden before they later proceed to engage him. Raiden's then successful of knocking out Sindel, Katana and Smoke with electricity. He then defeats Kung Lao in combat, but soon after Kung Lao's defeat he is then confronted by Liu Kang. Before they fight, Raiden tries to reach out to his former student by telling him that this is not his destiny. Liu Kang then mocks him, saying if Raiden still sees visions of the future, and reminds Raiden that it was his fault that he died. Raiden claims that it was an accident, but Liu Kang thanks Raiden for freeing him, and declares that he will help Shinnok overthrow the Elder Gods. However, he is prominently defeated by his mentor after this. Liu Kang is next seen when Cassie, Jackie, Takeda and Kung Jin arrive at the Sky Temple. They overhear Liu Kang, D'Vorah, Katana and Sindel discussing Shinnok's plans to conquer Earthrealm and invade the heavens. After the discussion, Liu Kang leaves with Kung Lao and Smoke in order to find a way to access Raiden's portal to the heavens. When Liu Kang returns, he finds out that Sindel and Katana have been defeated by Cassie Cage. Liu Kang, Kung Lao and Smoke engage Takeda and Jackie in combat, or just long enough that Cassie can beat Shinnok. With Shinnok defeated and the Jinsei restored, Liu Kang returns to the Netherrealm with his fellow Revenants. We find out in the post-credits scene of the game that Liu Kang and Katana are now the new rulers of the Netherrealm, but he and Katana are threatened by Raiden, who throws them the severed head of the yet still alive Shinnok, in which Raiden then proclaims that there are fates worse than death. Raiden then departs, leaving Liu Kang and Katana to stare at the severed Shinnok head. Now this is the end of Liu Kang's story, and I do have to admit I did learn quite a bit of this for myself, because I've never been that big of a Liu Kang character, but I actually kind of liked him in this one. I felt pretty bad for him in the original timeline because of how he got killed and that the fact he wanted to get his body back. But in this alternate timeline, I like the twist on the fact that the guy that was supposed to be the hero has effectively become the most deadly thing around. It's quite nice to see a hero of such high proportions fall so low to the point where it's just like, fuck everything, I'm gonna kill you all because you guys screwed me over. And who can blame him really, he was killed by his own mentor for God's sake. Anyway, another little fun fact just to throw in there, just in case no one knew, even though most of us do know, that Liu Kang is based heavily off the martial artist Bruce Lee. Now this comes to the end of the video, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed. You guys asked for it, and I like to deliver every time I do one of these things because I put a lot of effort into it, and I like talking to you guys and seeing what you want to see as well, because chances are I want to learn about that person myself. Now the next coming videos, it's going to be Reptile, and then it's going to be Ermac, because you guys have asked for him more than anyone else I've ever received on this channel. It's crazy. After this is done, I'll most likely do Katana, but I'm also actually going to set up like a poll, and I'll put in characters' names, and whoever wins that poll, the top 3 of them are going to be the characters I'm going to cover for that month. Now I want to do a shout out for another person because this person deserves some form of recognition, and as you guys know from my Q&A, I'm a music producer. I want to push out Ed Stokes' music because I personally know this guy. He puts a lot of work into his stuff, he's a great producer and a great guy in general. So here's the link, go over to his channel, subscribe and support him. He's an amazing guy, you'll enjoy his content. Anyway guys, that's the end for now, and I'll see you guys next time.